Day 28, verses 25 to 27, the certainty of change. Namaste and welcome to Gita 360. In the previous verses, Krishna explained that the self cannot be destroyed by any physical force. Today, he shifts to the fact that the soul must be understood quietly because it exists beyond the senses and beyond the mind. This self or soul is spoken of as invisible, inconceivable, and unchangeable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. Krishna describes the self not through what it is, but through what it is not. It cannot be seen or observed. It is beyond the reach of human senses. It is inconceivable. It is beyond the realm of thought. And it is unchanging. It is beyond the influence of time and circumstance. The self cannot be placed in any of the frameworks we use to understand the world. And because it cannot be perceived or contained by the mind, it cannot be altered, diminished, or lost. And this is where the depth of grief must begin to reduce. When we assume that something vital can be taken away, we experience fear of loss. But when we begin to understand that the core of existence does not change, grief slowly loses its power over us. Even if you think that the self is subject to constant birth and death, O mighty armed Arjuna, even then you should not grieve like this. Krishna now takes a different route, a more practical one. Setting aside the idea of an eternal soul, he meets Arjuna at a more familiar level. Even if one believes that life is a continuous cycle of birth and death, the conclusion remains unchanged. What is repeated as a cycle of nature cannot be treated as an exception. This is a powerful shift. Krishna is not asking Arjuna to believe in what he says. Instead, he is offering clarity from a practical perspective as well. If something is part of the natural order of life, resisting it as though it should not happen only deepens our suffering. Grief then is not about the event, but about our expectation that the event should not occur. Understanding this allows us to see that what we are reacting to is not only loss, but also our resistance to what is already part of life. For one who is born, death is certain, and for one who has died, rebirth is certain. Therefore, you should not grieve over the inevitable. Stated simply, birth and death are not uncertain events. They are built into the very structure of existence. What begins will end, and what ends will give rise to something new. This is a certainty proven over and over again. And yet, when this certainty touches our lives, we react as if something unexpected has happened. We know this truth intellectually, but we do not live with it consciously. That gap between knowing and accepting is where much of our suffering arises. Krishna is not asking us to stop feeling. He is asking us to see clearly. When we recognize that certain experiences cannot be avoided, our response begins to change. The intensity of resistance reduces. What remains is a quieter, more grounded form of acceptance, one that allows us to feel without being overwhelmed. In our daily lives, it is often not the change itself that disturbs us, but our own expectation that things should remain as they are. We hold on to moments, roles, relationships, and phases of life as if they are meant to stay forever with us. And when they shift, it feels like something has been taken away from our lives. But a lot of what we experience as loss is simply movement. Life does not pause or preserve, it flows continuously, whether we are ready for it or not. When we begin to see this clearly, something within us softens. We become more in sync with how life actually unfolds. Acceptance then is not resignation. It's a quiet understanding that allows us to move with life instead of against it. Thought of the day. Take a quiet moment today and reflect gently. What am I expecting to remain the same, even though I know it will change? Am I reacting to reality or to my expectation of how it should be? Can I allow something in my life to unfold without resisting it? Thank you for joining me on Geeta 360. May you move through change with a little more understanding and a little less resistance, allowing life to unfold while remaining steady within.